Howdy folks, BC here. You're watching Deuce and Guns, and when it rains it pours. We're going to fix my old F-250 again. Now my 97 F-250 actually has an electronically controlled Powerstroke diesel engine in it, and it does have sensors in it unfortunately, which is the problem today I'm having is with the sensor. Now at first I wasn't going to make a video about this because it's a simple plug and play sensor that goes in and out, very easy to do. But then I came across an issue that I thought was interesting and I thought I would share it with you guys. First, the initial symptoms. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the video I made of that and just talk over it. As you can see, basically what's going on is after I come complete stop or slow down on the highway, I hit the accelerator and nothing happens. The check engine light comes on and then nothing happens with the accelerator. I can floor it, it does nothing. And then usually this lasts either between 3 to 5, even up to 10 seconds. And then she comes right back to life and we're good to go. Now, I'm not really a fan of that and I need to change that out. And from these symptoms you can tell it's more than likely going to be an issue with the throttle position sensor, and basically that's a little sensor that goes on the side of the accelerator pedal and it tells the computer how far down you have the accelerator pressed. And here's the actual sensor, basically 2 screws, 3-wire plug, and there's where it interfaces with the accelerator pedal. So it should be in theory a very simple 2 screws out, old sensor unplugged, new sensor plugged in, and screwed down, and you're good to go. Unfortunately, this did not happen. So what did happen, you ask? Well, what happened was, I'll take out the old sensor, no problem. Put in a new sensor, plugged it in, screwed it in, no problem. Turn the truck on, problem. It started up just fine, and then the dash lit up like a Christmas tree. Every single warning light I had in there lit up. And I've had this truck over 10 years. I've never seen most of those. And it was pretty surprising to me. And the accelerator pedal was completely dead, completely useless, no power whatsoever, just sat there at idle. So I knew it had to be something about this sensor, or me plugging it in. Now I looked around the wiring and nothing stood out, everything looked undamaged, so that was good. All the plugs were clean, I cleaned them before I actually plugged it in initially. So it had to be something about this sensor, and I'm a person that is just electronically inclined enough to be dangerous. So I grabbed a multimeter and went to testing the new sensor. And it had basically, it's a 5 volts in, and then it basically is a potentiometer and lets out a certain amount of voltage the further you have the accelerator pedal pressed down. And I checked that, I checked it with the resistance only, and it was a nice linear graph all the way up. Perfect. So the sensor was fine. So I plugged it back in like a crazy person, expecting something different, and of course the same thing happened. Dash lit up like a Christmas tree. So obviously there's still an issue somewhere. Now at this point, I have no idea what's going on. The new sensor checks out. The wiring, I go through the wiring with a fine-tooth comb, everything checks out. Everything's reading exactly the way it should. So I have no idea what's going on. So I get the bright idea, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and install this sensor back in there and then test it while the truck is running. So that's what I do. I go ahead and install it back in. I start up the truck, all the lights go off like crazy again, and then I go to town testing the actual wires coming out of here because it should be 5 volts in, and then a certain amount of voltage going out depending on how far the accelerator pedal is pressed. And that tells me exactly what I need to know to fix the issue. Now when I first tested this sensor, it was off the truck, it was not powered, and I was just testing the resistance it was creating through the actual sensor itself. And that worked out fine, it was a nice linear graph like it should be. But when 5 volts was put to this, the information coming out of this, going to the computer, was crazier than a sack full of cats. Now while investigating the issues that I've had with this sensor, I learned a new thing that I didn't know about the F-250 and the diesel engine, is that you can get the entire assembly, the entire accelerator pedal assembly with these sensors already installed. And there are 2 sensors involved here. You have the accelerator pedal position sensor right here, that's what I was replacing underneath the dash, and there's a second sensor down here called the idle verification sensor, and it tells the computer that you are completely off the pedal, that it should be in idle. So both those switches need to be changed out usually. Now the idle verification switch is not available by itself, so you have to buy the entire assembly for that. Now it's a simple on and off switch, so I could probably rig something together, but I'm going to be putting another couple 100,000 miles on this truck. I do not want something rigged together underneath my dash. So I went and bought the whole assembly, and we'll see if that works. Alrighty guys, hope you can see that pretty well. I've got 3 bolts here, 2 right here, and I believe the third one you cannot see. I'll be taking them off with my socket wrench with a 13mm socket. There we go. There we go. Alright, wasn't expecting that. Let me get my Leatherman out. Take care of that hanger real quick. There we go. Alrighty, we are free and clear. There we go. Alright. Everything's torqued down correctly. Yep. And we're going to go ahead and plug them right back in here. Got your position sensor. There we go. That's on there. Alrighty. Alrighty. Everything looks good up here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now with 400 miles of testing under my belt, I'm certain that this took care of all my issues with the F-250. It has ran like a scalded dog without any issues whatsoever. Now I'd like to give out a special shout out to the good people at the Diesel Stock Forum. I'll put the link in the description below the video. They really helped me out and keep me in a straight and narrow to where the problems were and kept me from actually chasing down a rabbit hole to a dead end. So I really appreciate that, guys. That really helped me out and made sure that I was not thinking I was crazy. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and go ahead and subscribe because I have a lot more of this on the way. And of course, you guys have a great day. See ya.